someone trying to live his best life. I just want to take a pretty woman for a test drive. If I bring her to my room and I press I guarantee she's gonna see the full.
Hello, 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 hello. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good night, whenever or wherever you're watching this video. Welcome back to another video. Welcome back to another channel. Welcome back to another video, courtesy of George Carlin. Another comedy video. If you're new to your channel, welcome. Seeing my face for the first time, welcome to the channel. My channel is all about providing you with a daily dose of edutainment. That means in every single video that you watch, you will laugh, be entertained, but also learn something that you can apply to your own day-to-day life. Alright, so this is a part of my channel where I just react to comedy, review comedy, however you want to call it. You will laugh, you will learn something, and this is by far one of the ultimate ghosts of comedy, George Mother effing Carlin.
That's what I'm talking about! That's why he's the MVP! That's why he's the GOAT! The GOAT!
And here he is, always talking about like important topics, very important topics, even like mundane topics. But he always finds a way to like add some philosophy as well as comedy to these topics. So let's get into it. We got George Carlin saving the planet.
See, I'm not one of these people who's worried about everything. You got people like this around you. Country's full of them now. People walking around all day long, every minute of the day, worried about everything. Worried about the air, worried about the water, worried about the soil. Worried about insecticides, pesticides, food additives, carcinogens. Worried about radon gas, worried about asbestos. Worried about saving endangered species. Let me tell you about endangered species, all right? Saving endangered species is just one more arrogant attempt by humans to control nature. It's arrogant meddling. It's what got us in trouble in the first place. Doesn't anybody understand that? Interfering with nature. Over 90%, way over 90% of all the species that have ever lived on this planet, are gone. They're extinct. We didn't kill them all. They just disappeared. That's what nature does. They disappear these days at the rate of 25 a day. And I mean regardless of our behavior. Irrespective of how we act on this planet, 25 species that were here today will be gone tomorrow. Let them go gracefully. Leave nature alone. Haven't we done enough? We're so self-important. So self-important. Everybody's gonna save something now. Save the trees, save the bees, save the whales, save those snails. And the greatest arrogance of all, save the planet. What? Are these fucking people kidding me? Save the planet? We don't even know how to take care of ourselves yet. We haven't learned how to care for one another. We're gonna save the fucking planet? I'm getting tired of that shit. Tired of that shit.
2007, he's ahead of his time.
I'm tired of fucking Earth Day. I'm tired of these self-righteous environmentalists, these white bourgeois liberals who think the only thing wrong with this country is there aren't enough bicycle paths. People trying to make the world safe for their Volvos. Besides, environmentalists don't give a shit about the planet. They don't care about the planet. Not in the abstract, they don't. Not in the abstract, they don't. You know what they're interested in? A clean place to live. Their own habitat. They're worried that someday in the future they might be personally inconvenienced. Narrow, unenlightened self-interest doesn't impress me. Besides, there is nothing wrong with the planet. Nothing wrong with the planet. The planet is fine. The people are fucked. Difference. The planet is fine. Compared to the people, the planet is doing great. It's been here 4.5 billion years. Did you ever think about the arithmetic? Planet has been here 4.5 billion years. We've been here, what, 100,000? Maybe 200,000? And we've only been engaged in heavy industry for a little over 200 years. 200 years versus 4.5 billion. And we have the conceit to think that somehow we're a threat? That somehow we're going to put in jeopardy this beautiful little blue-green ball that's just floating around the sun? The planet has been through a lot worse than us. Been through all kinds of things worse than us. Been through earthquakes, volcanoes, plate tectonics, continental drift, solar flares, sunspots, magnetic storms, the magnetic reversal of the poles, hundreds of thousands of years of bombardment by comets and asteroids and meteors, worldwide floods, tidal waves, worldwide fires, erosion, cosmic rays, recurring ice ages, and we think some plastic bags and some aluminum cans are going to make a difference? The planet isn't going anywhere. We are. We're going away. Pack your shit, folks. We're going away. And we won't leave much of a trace either. Thank God for that. Maybe a little styrofoam. Maybe. Little styrofoam. Planet will be here and we'll be long gone. Just another failed mutation. Just another closed-end biological mistake. An evolutionary cul-de-sac. The planet will shake us off like a bad case of fleas. A surface nuisance. You want to know how the planet's doing? Ask those people at Pompeii who are frozen into position from volcanic ash how the planet's doing. Want to know if the planet's all right? Ask those people in Mexico City or Armenia or 100 other places buried under thousands of tons of earthquake rubble if they feel like a threat to the planet this week. How about those people in Kilauea, Hawaii who build their homes right next to an active volcano and then wonder why they have lava in the living room? The planet will be here for a long time after we're gone, and it will heal itself, it will cleanse itself, because that's what it does. It's a self-correcting system. The air and the water will recover, the earth will be renewed, and if it's true that plastic is not degradable, well, the planet will simply incorporate plastic into a new paradigm, the earth plus plastic. The earth doesn't share our prejudice towards plastic. Plastic came out of the earth. The earth probably sees plastic as just another one of its children. Could be the only reason the earth allowed us to be spawned from it in the first place. It wanted plastic for itself. Didn't know how to make it. Needed us. Could be the answer to our age-old philosophical question, why are we here? Plastic. Assholes. So, the plastic is here, our job is done, we can be phased out now, and I think that's really started already, don't you? I mean, to be fair, the planet probably sees us as a mild threat, something to be dealt with, and I'm sure the planet will defend itself in the manner of a large organism, like a beehive or an ant colony can muster a defense. I'm sure the planet will think of something. What would you do if you were the planet trying to defend against this pesky, troublesome species? Let's see, what might, viruses. Viruses might be good. They seem vulnerable to viruses. And viruses are tricky, always mutating and forming new strains whenever a vaccine is developed. Perhaps this first virus could be one that compromises the immune system of these creatures. Perhaps a human immunodeficiency virus, making them vulnerable to all sorts of other diseases and infections that might come along. And maybe it could be spread sexually, making them a little reluctant to engage in the act of reproduction. Well, that's a poetic note. And it's a start. And I can dream, can't I? So I don't worry about the little things. Bees, trees, whales, snails. I think we're part of a greater wisdom than we will ever understand. A higher order. Call it what you want. Know what I call it? The big electron. The big electron. Whoa. 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 It doesn't punish. It doesn't judge at all. It just is. And so are we. For a little while. Thanks for being here with me for a little while tonight. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Yo, I think like the whole what's it called? He was on to something there in terms of like how you get rid of the human race. Send a virus. I think we already have it. It's already STDs, right? But like send a virus that you can catch by having sex. That lowers the ability to reproduce. It's killing us, obviously, right? The virus is killing us, and then makes us unlikely or unwilling to reproduce, and you know all that stuff.
Got diagnosed with cool guy syndrome yesterday. So now I take Adderall.
But you know what? I still do think that we should be doing certain things for, I guess, the part about like the endangered species is like, it makes sense, but like to a certain extent, you do have to look at like our own effects on what we are doing to accelerate the pace at which species die. I think that's the thing to keep in mind. That's the thing to like be mindful of, like all the pollution and stuff like that. So biodegradable plastic bags still need to be made, as well as water bottles that aren't plastic, or water bottles that are biodegradable as well. I don't know, but yeah. I did see like a very interesting video. I'll probably link it if I have time right here about like some various like cool inventions that are being made to like combat like our environmental imprint or footprints. That's the word, footprints on the world. So if I link it, I'll link it here or now. But yeah, that was a very cool video, and it just shows like the innovation of humans. Like we're smart, but you know, we're not smarter than God. We're not smarter than whatever the big electron. God, the big electron, a higher power, whatever it is. There is something there, you know. Like to say that there's nothing is like, come on now. There's something. Whether you believe in God, the big electron. There's something out there that is, you know, making sure everything is controlled. Like, yeah, but yeah, I think the Earth definitely knows how to heal itself. We have to give Earth the ability, or the space, I should say, to heal itself without our influence, pretty much. But yo, you already know what it is. I appreciate you rocking with me. Another edition of George Carlin. This man is the GOAT, ultimate GOAT of comedy, bro.
That's what I'm talking about! That's why he's the MVP! That's why he's the GOAT! The GOAT!
A comedic philosopher. Always remember that. That's him. That's him. So I got more George Carlin videos for you, definitely in the description, pin comment, or the cards. Watch those, binge watch them all. If you have a video recommendation, click the PayPal link, donate any amount, $2, $5, and I'll guarantee your video recommendation is reacted to. Also, if you want to cop some merch, links are in the description as well. Keep That Same Energy is my brand, it's part of my brand. Essentially what that means is you be real, you don't be fake, you don't tolerate fake shit from people, you keep it 100 all the time. On social media, in person, wherever you go, you keep it 100, you be the same. And if people overlooked you, if they doubted you, slept on you, but now they see you having success, you hit 100K subscribers, you're making money on your business or whatever it is. Now you're up here, and now those same people want to support you. You tell them, keep that same energy of doubt now, straight up. And always remember as well, if it doesn't feed you, don't water it. Alright fam, I'll see you on the next video. Deuces.
Heard, I'm top boy and I ain't giving man a turn. I don't wanna know when pretty women wanna flirt. Learn you can judge a nigga by the women that he curves. I love this game, I ain't lost foe.